This time around, we are reviewing the Rock Lord Tombstone. Tombstone here is, well, he turns into this kind of green-looking rock, and it's not a bad rock mode compared to a lot of them. It's not quite as round as someone like Nugget or Slimestone, but it definitely has a distinct shape to it that doesn't just look like, a dude folded up. So, pretty good. Unlike a lot of them that have this kind of like nice pearlescent plastic, his is like mostly just a solid green. It has like a very, very slight marbling and a slight like little sparkle to it, but it's definitely a lot more monotone than a lot of the other plastics are. But yeah, not a bad rock mode. Here I'll show him off with his fellow evil rock lords. There he is with Slimestone and Sticks and Stones and Stoneheart and Magmar. So yeah, you can see like not quite the rounded out rock that Slimestone is, but not quite the obvious folded up dude that Magmar is. So definitely lands somewhere in the middle. Not a bad rock mode, all things considered. To transform him, you take these big sections here and you rotate them down. These are going to be his legs, and then you actually take this whole section here at the hips, and it slides back to kind of like readjust his center of gravity a little bit. You take these flaps and fold them up, and his arms are just folded up in there on these little double hinges. And then you take this section here and that flips up, and that's his head, and there you have Tombstone in his robot mode. And he's okay. The reason that this is one of the latest guys that I'm looking at is I'm kind of running low on Rock Lords a little bit here. This guy, I saw the design for him, and like he's one of the cheaper ones on eBay, and I'm just like not totally sold with him. But I was wanting more Rock Lords, so I decided to give him a shot. And he's not terrible. He's just compared to the other guys, I'm not as thrilled with him. It's mostly the arms, I think. I know a lot of them don't have forward-facing, elbow joints, and I wouldn't really expect them to because they're vintage toys, but his arms, I feel like with the hinge sticking out that way, just like look a little awkward even when they're like down straight. It's just like these spindly little arms that were like clearly hiding inside of the rock instead of becoming part of the rock. And I don't know. But I do like that he's got kind of like a snaky vibe going on with him. Like the head there, I think is pretty cool with the jaw that doesn't open, but it's got a bit of space in there. Looks pretty cool. And articulation wise, arms, like he can reach out to the side, and then this joint also works, and then the elbow joint can only swing out. So, you can do some things, but only so much that doesn't look awkward. There's really not much in the head. He can look up. And I don't think, you're definitely not supposed to do that for transformation. So that is just a dedicated joint for whatever reason to have him look straight up. He's got fairly good leg articulation compared to a lot of them. He can rotate out to the side, but it's sort of weird where it'll let you do it, because like sometimes like if it's pushed back all the way, I think it's kind of like the corner here is getting caught. So like, oh no, never mind, that works. But if you have it like out to the side, it won't like go out. So it can either go out from this position and then rotate, but it can't really like go forward and then. But yeah. It goes forward and back, out to the side, if it'll let you do it, and then pretty deep knee bend. So that's not bad. Like I said with Braveheart's review, like he's one of the few guys that has both a forward-facing hip joint and a knee joint, so you can actually, get him in a running position if he'll stand for it. He has those arms out to the side like that. But yeah, he's he's not bad, just not really one of my favorites. But to show him off with some of his other guys, here he is with the boss Magmar and Sticks and Stones. And there's Slimestone, and lastly Stoneheart. So yeah, he's one of the taller ones, but ultimately pretty average size. I don't know. I think it's mostly just the spindly limbs that don't totally do it for me, but he's pretty adequate, and I do like the snaky thing that he's got going on. And then like all the other guys, he did have a weapon that he originally came with, which could peg into his hand, but of course did not get that with this one that I got on eBay. But he's not bad overall, just not really the most impressive of the bunch. And he feels, I would say, he feels a little bit lighter than a lot of them too. But yeah, there you have Tombstone. So this is actually the last Rock Lord that was able to get my hands on for now, and I'm still gonna try to get more. But you know, the ones that are kind of left in the toy line tend to go for pretty expensive on sites. So it's very unlikely that I'll have, you know, a new one by next week. So for now, this is going to be the last Rock Lords review. And on Sundays, I'm just going to, you know, do other interesting older toys. And then, of course, keep doing the bots on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But yeah, last Rock Lord for now, and I'll definitely be excited to do more if I get more in the future. But there we have Tombstone.